deep backdoor just to take it in the last minute. The local boy.
Elliot Morales, he's going to be interesting to watch too when the waves get bigger, if he's still in the running. So look at the watercolor, just everything. It's like a little mini paradise.
Yeah, it's a beautiful place, isn't it?
Up and
Here we
riding.
go, GT. Oh, big flip.
So Gilherme Tamega's been out here, big, small, massive, windy, and he loves it here. Look at this,
Oh,
deep, pulling in deep
I
in
think
the
that was
white jersey,
Dallas.
Dallasinga. So out in the water, who do we got?
We got in red, we got Gilherme Tamega, we got white, Dallas Singer, Sergio Alonzo in yellow, and Kevin, the local boy, in blue.
Pretty stacked heat. We got Gilherme Tamega just holding it down for, I mean, he's been around from day one, so
Yeah.
it's good to see Gilherme out there holding it down. Dallas Singer, Sergio Alonzo, Sergio from Venezuela, just he's so light. He comes off the bottom and he's going 100 miles an hour, and any lip that he hits, he's just going to go flying high. And Kevin, local boy, up and riding, it is Sergio Alonzo.
Yeah, Sergio loves these when it's sort of this size because he is so light, so he can just hit it and fly.
Yeah.
I think he'd definitely struggle a bit more when it's bigger
Yeah.
with his weight. So, I mean, in these, he'd hope him to come out with a first.
All right, Winnie. So give us some shout outs. You got the mic. Sponsors, friends, family. As soon as we got some lull in the action, the mic's yours. Up and riding in yellow.
Sergio is going to do it. Oh, I thought he was going to actually flip that one this time.
He's not done yet.
No, he
Kicks
wanted
out
more.
of that one. Sergio Alonzo making his way back out into the water. So sponsors.
Oh, he looks like he's going to get caught inside by
Oh
this one.
no!
But yeah, NMD and Grand Flavor stepped up to this one. So
Yes, they did.
all the boys were pretty amped on that, getting on board, and yeah. So I mean, Grand Flavor so stoked to get on board, and so NMD and Stealth. So yeah, it's great to be a part of it and get over in amazing waves.
Yep. So that's what I don't understand, why not everybody jumped on this, because it's like the most historical event. So big shout out to Grand Flavor for sure, NMD, Pride, and Stealth. So give us the history. Give us some history on, I don't know, Grand Flavor.
Well, back when I was living in Western Australia with Chad Jackson, and then Ben came over for a trip to get some waves, so we started talking about starting a clothing company,
Cool.
you know, for bodyboarders and stuff like that. So we just put a couple of thousand in each and started from there and just grew it to what it is today.
So how old is she now?
I don't know. She'd probably be like 7 years, maybe
Perfect.
8.
And things are going well, obviously.
Yeah, going well.
Good.
Yeah. So yeah, check out all the cool clothes online, and everyone's
Where should they go?
To grandflavor.com.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. So, you know what? I keep saying it through every broadcast. Support those that support bodyboarding.
Yeah.
I mean, why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
So Grand Flavor for sure, one of those. Shout outs. Who do you got?
Just want to say hi to my wife. I'm not too sure if you're watching. She's down in Sydney and she's out with a friend to dinner. So my mum's got the kids. I was 10:40. She should be in bed, but my mum had the kids earlier. So thanks for that, Mum. Give her a break.
Nice.
Let's see Lester going up the sketchy rocks there.
Eder Luciano making his way up as well. And the first time I walked down that little ledge there, I was barefoot, and the rocks are pretty hard and sharp.
Yeah, down
obviously
on the
hard, but
yeah, down on the bottom there's really, really hard. So.
yeah.
And there's a lot of barnacles on that inside, so
Yep.
if you hit the reef, you're going to get cut.
All right, taking a look at this one, it is Kevin Orihuela, the Canary Island local rider, comes around the section, big backflip,
big
pulls it off. Nice clean backflip right there from Kevin Orihuela. So nice start, and definitely building on his less than 1 point on his first wave. So that's what he needed to do. Here we go, another look.
It didn't really look like it was going to have much when he first took off, but him knowing this wave better than most, he got up to lip really early and hit that so clean. Lands 4, that'll be a big score, I think, Manny.
Yeah, definitely a big score. And again, I was with you. I didn't see anything lining up for him, but he ended up pulling off a pretty big backflip right there for Kevin. Comes in at a 5.25. I can see it wasn't a bigger wave, and it was just a one maneuver wave. So a 5.25.
He goes
up and riding.
GT.
Whoa! Just coming straight off the bottom. Gilherme Tamega knows that's all you can do. That's what a lot of guys have been doing. Thomas Rigby did it earlier, but Gilherme Tamega shows again, comes straight off the bottom and hits that section right off the bat. And solid wave right there for GT.
Yeah, when the waves are this size and higher tide, they're actually a bit shorter, but you can actually get the one really big move. So you're going to have to go up to lip pretty early and then pretty much kick out. But when it's a bit lower, you can get actually a couple more moves in.
So that's what it comes down to. If you're going to go right, you got that one big section to do one big move. So Gilherme Tamega, one of the 4 riders up in contention for that world title. The 2011 World Tour title is on for Gilherme Tamega.
Yeah, GT is a funny guy, isn't he? Look at his hair there compared to that now with the sideburns. But yeah, I was asking if his kids had iPhones and things like that. He's like, no. Oh, they have iPads.
Oh, yes, he is definitely a tech geek, and it was amazing. So, you know what? You had a face-off with GT in some of the heaviest conditions so far on the World Tour, and it was in Arica. Tell us about that.
Oh gosh, the waves are intimidating enough, let alone to have GT in the final against you. So he just goes so hardcore. Look at this roll right near the rocks. He's an animal,
Oh
isn't
my
he?
God!
There's
Look
no
at
other
that.
word. He's an animal.
Yes, he is. He's on a different planet.
Yeah, he's pretty hard to beat. Just try and spray him in the face there with the champagne, get him back. Little cheap shot.
Yeah. Did you get him?
I think so. Yeah.
That was a pretty insane final, semi-final, and just the entire event was insane. Waves were incredible, and we did see him finishing off a wave as you were talking about him. Let's take another look.
It's a nice little sucky left. Looks like he'll get one sort of move here. Maybe a big clean roll there for GT. He's already had a 4.75 and a 4, so I'm not too sure if this wave will actually boost him, but it has. He's got a 4.65 for that one. So he's actually in first with a combined score of 9.4, but the other guys haven't had much so far this heat. Dallas has only had 1.5, one wave, so he's waiting for another good wave to come through. I think Dallas might have priority here, so he's playing the game.
Yeah, sitting and waiting for that perfect wave. We saw earlier we saw patiently waiting was Elliot Morales and finally grabbed a good one. So I wonder if Dallas is waiting patiently for that one perfect wave.
He has actually heard him say before the heat, he's like, they're 20-minute heats. I was like, no, they're half an hour. And he goes, oh, you can sit around and wait for ages out there.
Yeah.
So.
But that could backfire.
It can. We've seen other riders do that and not be rewarded, but I guess it's still 22 minutes left on the heat. So I guess it is him having priority. He has the time to wait. So if there's 5 minutes left, he wouldn't be. But here we go, Kevin, the local guy, must have seen something on this little one. Another big roll. He's getting busy out there, isn't he, Kevin?
Yeah, he's getting a lot of waves on his scorecard. That is his 3rd wave. That first one wasn't really a wave. The second one, 5.25, and that right there will be his 3rd wave. And again, it didn't look like there was anything was going to be there, and all of a sudden it bowled up into a little section. Nice move right there for Kevin Orihuela.
So Dallas is out there waiting, and you just see Tamega finishing off a little left there. But Dallas is out there waiting. He's waiting for an 8-pointer. Here we go. Big, nice, clean roll.
That's all she wrote. So the first wave for Dallas Singer, actually second wave. Little higher scoring wave coming in from behind the section. Can he pull it off? Pulling in deep. Sergio Alonzo. Oh, he was pretty deep.
That was a big backdoor, and there was also a sort of a wedge going through the backdoor section. So that's what I think he might have had a chance maybe if there wasn't that wedge going through. But as you can see, the waves just come. They go wherever they want.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing to watch what Mother Nature has built here. It is perfect barreling sections and perfect air sections for you to boost anything. What's your favorite move to do out here at this wave?
Inverts on the rights are pretty good. You can get big lofty ones as well as reverse airs out of the bowl on the rights. They're pretty all time if you get the right bowl. But it's just crazy how this wave can change. When it's this size, it's just so wedgy, and when it's big, it's just so gnarly and big barrels. So yeah, just has so many faces this wave. It's amazing.
And the water temperature. I see a lot of guys in wetsuits, but do you need a full suit? What do you need out there?
No, I think you only need a spring suit or a long arm spring if that wind sort of comes up. The water's actually pretty warm. except it's just that wind chill factor can be cold.
Yeah, that's right. And the trials were held just a 5-minute walk down the beach called at La Guancha. And that wave was pretty nice too. I mean, within a 5-minute walk, you have 3 pretty amazing waves.
Oh, 3 world-class waves in that 5-minute walk. It's pretty crazy. I can be checking Fronton, looking down, just see the other 2 waves breaking, and
it's amazing.
It's just actually the one past the Wencha is Tubery, and I actually like that almost the most on its day. So
that's what I've heard. I heard that one is pretty fun as well. So you got your choice.
Yeah.
But
Dallas is still looking at this. He needs a second score, even a good first score. He's going to stall up and see what it's got to offer, and maybe get a big roll there. As you can see, those wedges moving through the wave. So you just got to hopefully get a big bowl, and these guys want some big flips, I think, not the rolls, but I'm sure that will help Dallas's cause, getting another short score.
Bring us up to speed on the standings right now out in the water.
Kevin, the local boy in blue, he's leading the heat on 9.95. Tamega's in second on 9.4. Dallas Singer has just got a 4.85 and moved up to third with an 8.7 total. And Sergio Alonzo is sitting in fourth on a 5.9, as he's only really got one scoring wave of 4. Pretty low scoring compared to the last heat, but as you can see, the conditions might have changed a little bit, and it might be on dead high tide, so it might just be a bit lully. So as we see the tide start to change, hopefully there'll be some more waves and high scores.
Check this out, Winnie. We got Shaggy downstairs with the winner of the first heat, and that was Elliot Morales. Shaggy, where you at?
I'm down here with Andrew Lester, the winner of the trials. Andrew, congratulations. You're now on the the GSS, the Grand Slam Series for next year. How does that make you feel?
Oh, Shaggy, I'm so stoked. It hasn't even sunk in. Like, I had a 30-minute heat then in the first round, and I just can't believe it's happened. I never thought it would happen again, and oh man, I don't know. I've got so many emotions running through me at the moment. I'm stoked, so stoked.
Yeah, well, that was awesome. Hey, you did that awesome, that sick air forward. So you like set up her on the bottom, you're like waiting, and then you hit it. Talk us through that.
Yeah, well, I was setting up, and it was like the biggest bowl, and I was like, oh no, I don't want to do anything. And I kind of missed the meaty part of it and went around it and kind of got on the corner of it and did the forward air. But like if Mitch or Rigby had gotten it, they would have just absolutely flown. But yeah, I was trying to surf a bit conservative. I just wanted to make sure I landed and get the scores because it's pretty nerve-wracking. I had to get at least third or better in that. So yeah, and then I ended up making it, so I'm stoked. Yeah, just over the moon.
Overwhelmed, hey? You got a bit of hang time on that, hey? A bit of Air Jordan hang time, huh?
Bit of hang time, yeah. Getting a bit old and a bit heavy, so must be a stiff breeze out there. It's keeping me up.
Well, congratulations. Like a shout out to anyone back in Australia?
Yeah, just all my mates. Actually, a good mate of mine, Chucky, he's probably in transit still, but he's been with me over in Azores, and then here at the start, he's been a good support for me. So stoked to Chucky, and but all the Cronulla guys too. Stoked.
Well, congratulations once again, and back to you guys.
Great interview right there, Shaggy, with Andrew Lester, the winner of the trials. I'm sorry, I thought it was the winner of the first heat, Elliot Morales, but it was Andrew Lester, and you can see him smiling the entire interview. So he's pretty pumped. He's in on that top 8 that are now qualified to be part of that top 24 seeds for the next year's tour. So he's pretty pumped.
Yeah, Andy had a really good year on the Aussie Tour this year, and he ended up taking the title with that, and then thought, oh, I might as well go to the last 2 comps, see what I can do, see if I can qualify, and he just manned up and then got a third in the Azores, where he lost to event winner Pierre. And then he's come along here, and he needed a third or above to qualify, and I mean, he's gone out and won it. So it's pretty special for him, and it's great to see. I know he finished, I think, by 8 points one year for the world title to Paulo.
Yeah,
that's
right.
He finished second, so to get him back on tour and have another crack's amazing. As you see, Dallas out the back here on a nice left. Hopefully this one will bowl up for him. And a nice flip there.
Nice back
Might
flip.
get another roll out of here, and he does. Kind of looks like this. Oh, and another roll. Kind of looks like this little wave he surfs back near his home on the left side, and he loves them, that little wedgy, bowly lefts, and bang, bang, there we go. Dallas Singer.
Yeah, it looked like he was riding a wave. I mean, he looked very at home on that one. 5.11 is what he needs to advance into that second place spot, and a 5.66 for that first place spot. So Again, it's not about advancing right now. These are the first rounds, the leaderboard rounds. They are going for first, second. They're actually going for first place because what happens in these first 3 heats, the first 3 rounds of the leaderboard rounds, they will be given points for their placing. Look at another look at
nice
Dallas
clean
Singer.
flip off that one. And then as you see, just bowling up. Another roll, and then he throws his surprise roll in. And he's actually got a 5.65 for this, so he's just equal with GT, but GT's got a higher top score. So Dallas is in second right now. So Dallas is going to need a 4.86 to go to first now to overtake GT. And as you see, GT out the back on this one, a big heavy roll. No, that was Kevin, sorry. Big heavy roll through the lip, and he only needs a 5.26 to go to first or second. So I'm not too sure if he'll get that one, but Dallas is, you'd almost say, in the box seat. Well, it's funny because Box Beach is his home beach. So as we'll see here.
Nice. So, what do you got any inside scoops on Dallas?
Don't you reckon he looks like Val Kilmer? Look at him. Is
yes.
that Val Kilmer?
Yes, he does.
Everyone says he's got the perfect hair onto it. Ben tries to get it cut like the Dallas Singer cut. And I swear Dallas goes in and gets a Val Kilmer.
Nice. How close has Ben got to that haircut?
His hair's not cut out for it, you know.
GT.
GT on a heavy section. This is going to be tough to make. There's so much water pushing in there. But can he do it? GT's got man strength. Not many other people have. But if he can't make that, then no one can. Look, you haven't seen him yet, so he's probably making it. No, there he is. He's out on the shoulder. How did he get there?
How did he get there? He was totally on the other side of the peak.
Just swam a couple of laps underwater while we're waiting.
He was probably trying to punch through the whitewash the whole time.
Yeah.
All right, check this out. GT's paddling out. The guys are waiting. Check this out.
Okay.
As the other guys are walking down to jump in the water for the next heat, heat number 3, Jason Finlay, wild card into the event.
Yeah, he's jumped on the NMD team to come with me and Ben, and he's pretty stoked to get a wild card into this event. I think it's probably one of the best events on the whole tour. So, I mean, to come and get to surf Fronton straight up without going through the trials, pretty amazing.
Sasha Specker and I went out to take photos yesterday morning. Jumped in the little keyhole, started paddling out in the channel. We both look over and see Jason Finlay about 10 feet in the air doing a big air reverse. Look at this, up and riding in yellow, Sergio Alonzo.
Sergio's still in 4th, but he doesn't need a huge score. He needs a 5.8. So he's just he's not going to get that on that. He's going to have to wait for his turn, get his priority, and use it wisely, because right now he's definitely on struggle street. But I mean, this heat is so tight still.
There's a ton of time too. We got 11 minutes and 13 seconds remaining. And as we all know, anything could happen up until the last horn is sounded. So it's still wide open. The points they need are in the 5s and the 4s. Dallas Singer, 4.86. Kevin Aurelia for first place needs a 5.26. Oh, Sergio Alonzo needs a 5.85. So it's still all within striking distance.
Yeah, the highest scoring in the heat so far was Tamega with his 5.75. So, I mean, it's not a huge score. So these guys can definitely pull something out here. So we're just waiting for those big sets to roll through, and I'm sure it's going to change before the end because it's so tight.
Yeah. GT sitting. Again, all the scores are pretty low right now. It's not that they're not doing the big moves. I think the waves have slowed down a little bit, and the tide is probably because of that affecting the waves. And I don't know.
There just hasn't been the sets that there were in that first heat with the big bowls that you saw Amori getting like really good section. Then you saw that last wave of Elliott. We haven't seen any waves that even that big this whole heat. So I think those guys, they're waiting for those ones, and they haven't been coming, so they just got to try and get these 4 or 5s. But I'm sure whoever's got priority out there is waiting for that 8. And here we see Sergio on inside little left. Looks like he's going to get a good bowl here, and a big invert there off the top.
Nice, Sergio Alonzo with his textbook tweak airs. He likes to throw out his tail when he's mid-flight doing big inverts like that. So Sergio Alonzo, he needs a 5.85 on this wave to get in that first place spot. Sergio Alonzo.
And it's a big clean section. He's got his standard pull chair stamp there. So, but yeah, so he does them pretty much every heat. He just needs that little bowl and bang, he's on. So I mean, I'm pretty sure he'll get close to that 5.85, but he'll definitely move up from 4th after this.
All right, we'll wait until the scores drop. And let's see, there we go. 5.25 is what he needed, a 5.26, and he came up just 1/100th of a point at 5.25. So he's still sitting there.
Gosh, this heat is crazy. They just can't get over a high 5. So
I know. All right, check this out. Shaggy is now with the winner of that first heat of round number 1. Shaggy, where you at?
Of the first heat of round 1 of the leaderboard. Elliott, congratulations.
Hi boys. Oh, thank you very much, Sagi. Oh, I'm very happy because it's first in my first hit. And yeah, the last wave is a good barrel. It's long, and I finished I can good punctuation for first and finish in the last 1 minute. And yeah, I am very happy for this score, and I wait for tomorrow for the next round, and I hope other first position.
Yeah, well, congratulations, Elliott. Elliott's the wild card into this event, and it's a good way to start for the wild card, hey?
Yeah, I am so very happy because it's a really good opportunity for surfing in Fronton. It's maybe the best wave for me in the world, and yeah, I'm very happy. And I want winner this comp, and yeah, I hope pass other hit.
Well, congratulations, Elliott, and we'll see you in round 2. Back to you guys.
That was cool. I had no idea he was going to bust out his English, but Elliott Morales, he's stoked. He's pumped.
yeah, he is. I mean, being the wild card and the local, you just want to show everyone how it's done out there. And so he waited till the last minute and it paid off, so he's pretty stoked. But this heat, as we have heat 2 here, is just so tight. Look at that, 0.6.
Wow.
Between all 4.
Unbelievable. So it's 7 minutes remaining. Ton of time.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty tight coming to the end. So hopefully we see some good sets come in, so it just mixes it up a bit. Looks like a set's coming in now.
Yeah, looks like they are paddling, trying to get in position, and it is red up and riding. Gilherme Tamega on the left.
He's going to go crazy, isn't he?
Oh,
big flip.
Nice move right there. Can he pull it off? Yes, of course.
There's the man strength I was talking about. Just rips it around there, and Dallas on the outside. Is he going to get a bowl here? Nice clean invert.
I thought he was going to lose his speed after hitting a couple chops, making his way up to the section, but pulls off a nice clean invert right there. Seamus Makem in the orange jersey out the back.
Oh, he loves the water. He's like a fish, isn't he?
Yeah, Seamus is absolutely amazing in the water.
He spends out all day out there and comes in red raw. Literally.
Yeah. Oh, look at this section. It is yellow, big extended roll. Sergio Alonzo from Venezuela pulls off the nice big roll, comes into the inside spin, and he didn't really have to do that, but out the back he goes. Sergio Alonzo has that competitive instinct, trying to make as much as he can off each wave. Let's take another look.
Here we've got the replay of GT's when he just punches a nice clean ARS through the lip there, and as I said, that man strength just pulled it round and got out of that wash. But that wave for Sergio it just peaked up perfectly, as we see the replay of Dallas Singer here.
It's all about setting up for that section. If it's not a barrel on the right, it's about this section at the end. And Dallas Singer knows it, hits it, times it, and there he is, nice clean landing. I thought he hit a couple chops on his bottom turn, but was able to maintain his rail as he maintains his speed for that invert. So good move, wave right there for Dallas. Still waiting for those scores to drop as the guys in the next heat make their way out into the water. Joe Clark in yellow. Hugo Pinheiro from Portugal in the blue jersey. will be going head-to-head with Jared Houston and Udi Valadao. Coming up next, heat number 3, round number 1.
Tell you what, that's a tough heat. I wouldn't like to be in that one. So
all of these heats are pretty much stacked. That's the beauty of the leaderboard rounds. There are 3 heats, and after, I mean, each heat is, capable of being a final on any other tour. It's pretty amazing to watch. Oh no, sorry, dude.
Just these guys coming up in this next heat, these conditions, they're just going to thrive in it. They're going to do big flips and big inverts, all 4 of them. So this should be a really tight heat. It'll be interesting to watch.
So we are here at the IBA 2011 NMD Pride Stealth Fronton Pro, brought to you by our friends at Grand Flavor. Check it out. We have ran the semifinals and the finals of the trials. We are now in round number 1 of the main event, the leaderboard rounds. We're going to complete 1 round of the leaderboard rounds today with 8 heats. Right now, out in the water is heat number 2 with 3 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. Up and riding in red, Gilherme Tamega.
He's trying to extend his lead. He's got a big forward air bowl.
Oh, man, that was massive.
He's unable to hold on to that one, but that was a big section.
You know what? I haven't seen that move from him thus far, and that's just a little preview what he's going to be doing if it gets monstrous.
It's crazy because that section, I'd do a reverse air off that section, but GT just goes for that massive forward air. Look how high he is, and it's just going to be a really hard landing. It's just, I would have chosen to do the reverse air just for the rotation factor. As we see, GT couldn't. It was hard to rotate fully round to land forward. So when he landed on the side there, it was hard to ride out of. But that was crazy, wasn't it? It
was insane. He must have dropped like 10, 12 feet from the top of the peak of his air to the flats, and it was. I can't wait. I hope he makes it to the last day when it's massive. Because that's where you're going to see his psychotic.
He's in the box seat right now. He's in first. He got a 6.1 for that last wave before, not the 4, the one before that. So as you see, the local just too quick on that one. Oh, he just had the wrong line on that wave. Or it just moved too quick for him. If he went maybe lower, he might have had a chance to get up to it. But
Kevin Orihuela in 4th place, needing a 6.6 for first place. Sergio Alonzo in 3rd place right now, needing also a 6.6. Dallas Singer in 2nd, Gilherme Tamega in 1st. It is probably the tightest heat we've seen thus far today. Kevin, taking a look. So priority on a 1 peak, or actually there's a few peaks, but you're just chancing it if you stay off of that main peak. So there's really only 1 main peak that these guys are going for, and with the priority system, it's really tough. Look at this.
Goes Dallas on this big left. Here we go. Bang. Big invert. Nice. That was nice.
That was like
he's looking for something else. That was textbook Dallas.
That was
clean air. He hits it so early.
How perfect was that landing?
It was perfect. You could see he kind of was holding on like, oh no, this can go a bit pear-shaped, because on the inside of those lefts, I mean, those waves, they can go pear-shaped. So to do that big invert, and he had priority, and he was waiting with only about a minute 30 left. He just used that priority, and as we saw in that last heat, Elliott did that as well. So Dallas gets a 6.15 for that, and it is not enough. He's on 11.8, and Tamega is on 11.85. Dallas needs a 5.7 to get into first. So Dallas,
look at this.
Look how clean that is, and you just look at that little tink.
And look at the landing, how perfectly he landed on the whitewash coming across the reef, and lands it and pushes him back into the face of the wave. And it was a perfect textbook air invert. If you want to know how to do an air, that's what you should watch in replay.
Ask Dallas Singer on those lefts. Bang every time.
Yeah.
And if you got a roll after that or something, I reckon he would have got that score. He mustn't have needed much. I think he only needed a 6.21 to get him. He got 6.15, so just fell short.
2nd place is not a bad spot to be in these first few rounds of the leaderboard rounds. Again, the way it works in these first 3 heats, the first 3 rounds in the leaderboard rounds, you will be awarded points on your place